Well, hello, all of you stream pickers out there. Welcome back to Obscene Studio. I'm your host, Casey. If it's your first time here, consider liking the video if you like the content, subscribing if you want to, and ring that notifications bell so you can see more content like this if you choose to. I can barely watch it myself, I'm sorry. Okay, as the thumbnail says, today we're back into the Headrush. We are going to look at some Revolver clones that were loaded up onto the Headrush. We're going to go through those and we are going to download from the Headrush Cloud a tone that we can play here together on the channel. As you can see, I got pretty much my daughter-in-law's Purple Jackson back out, and we're going to give this thing a whirl today. Last video you've seen me restring, polish frets, get everything kind of lined out with this guitar. I actually went and tightened up the input jack on it, and everything seemed to be okay. And then I turned the volume knob again and the sound kind of went weird on me. So I ended up plugging the multimeter back into it and it was right back the same way. So I just took off the back, sprayed some deoxit in there because I knew at that point what the problem was. And once I got that in there, worked that knob back and forth a little bit, she is ready to go now. So let's get over here on the table so you guys can see the screen. I'm going to run you through how to do this through a couple of tones and then give you some helpful hints to download some of those awesome sounds that Headrush Flex Prime users out there in the world have uploaded to the cloud for everybody else like me to enjoy. Okay guys, I've got you on the camera mic. That is going to probably be the best way to get a good demo of the sounds that we search for. And this is it says Neely Lead 1. This is one of the leads that I had downloaded from the Headrush Cloud. Nice little lead tone. I thoroughly enjoy that tone. Matches a lot of the older songs that I play, the 80s hair metal bands. But basically you can see we are running a Soldano and let's see what this is, through a Vox 2x12 cab. So let's get into, here we go. Now you'll see here, this is the little control center for the Headrush. You'll have global settings, firmware update, USB transfer, looper, metronome, hardware assigned set list, so on and so forth. So basically what we're going to do is we are going to today look at the Headrush Cloud. So let's tap that. Now once you get this account going, I would show you how, but I've already got mine linked up. It's fairly easy to do. Once you get this account going, you get some artists here. And you can look through and see this is one of the leads that I got, was from the Neely Brosh right here. It's got Al Joseph in there. Leon Todd doesn't have any rigs at all. One rig for Rob here. Tracy Gunn's got 15 rigs. There's some people that don't have any and some people that have a bunch. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to dig up in the search you just click the browse right here and you go to search, and let's check out, you can type in anything you want right here, just anything that you want right here. So let's look at, let's back up. Let's look at crunch, and let's go ahead and get rid of this. Now it automatically brings up all of these Eddie Van Halen crunch, all these. Now the helpful tip that I want to give you is that while doing this, turn your volume down, because I had run into a couple of these rigs the other day. Whoever uploaded them had everything maxed out, and I don't know about you guys, but when I've got this carving turned on and then something like that comes through, it literally will make your ears bleed. So let's look at the EVH Crunch. Looks like 6 people liked it. It's had 135 downloads, and this play button is how you sample it. So let's click the play button. You can see it working its magic there. And then once that pops up, nice little crunchy tone. Now the ones that you run into like this that don't have a signal path at all down here, these are basically amp clones. You can download those and build your own rig with those amps like that. So the EVH Crunch DV77 is something that I wanted, so I downloaded that. The Marshall TM45, same thing. There are no signal paths there. It's just amp clone type, amp and cab. And then you'll go down to let's see here. Now you'll see that some of these will have SS Crunch right here. That's another, that was the one that we downloaded because I plan on putting that to good use. The Clean Crunch Dumble. Okay, now go to the Clean Crunch Dumble, and it has a signal path right here, so we know that this is a rig that was made in the cloud for us to download. So when you type in crunch, it brings up, you know, just a little bit of everything. You get your amp clones, you get your rig clones, or made rigs. This one right here is a crunchy bluesy, and that one I have downloaded before, and that is a pretty good tone. So basically, yeah, that's what all you need to do right there. And then you can go in and I'll show you how to add one of those to your rig or your set list that you already have created. Now, this is a pretty good one. That is a pretty decent tone right there. So what we're going to do is download that, but what I'm going to do first is break out a pencil and a piece of paper, and I'm going to write down the name, Marshall TM45 Crunch. Okay, then all we have to do is come up here, touch the download button. Sometimes it'll take here, sometimes you can do it from the front screen. And I'm just going to leave the name the same. And so download that, and now it's downloaded. That quick, that easy. So let's go out of there, and let's see what else we can find in the crunch. That's not too bad. But guys, yes, you can go right down through here and you can look at all of these and get all kinds of tones. Here's a clean crunch dumble. You see how loud that is? Now, if I download this, I'm going to have to adjust. I'm going to have to adjust some of the parameters inside that signal chain. So let's take a look and see if there is a signal path on that. Yes, here is one with a signal path. It looks like we're running a noise gate into a gray compression with the Ibanez 808. Now, of course, not all of this is named after that. Bundled IRs with download with this rig. Okay, Dumble clone. Okay, so we have this one, and I am going to download that. So we've got what we want out of here. So let's back up and let me show you how to load these into a set list. Rigs. Okay, once we go to rigs, now here is the deal. We have all of the rigs on the Headrush right here. The ones that say GTR or guitar, the ones that say bass are bass. Then you'll go down. It even has a few for synth right there. And then we have the ones, right there's more synth. We have ones that I have uploaded that I had built on my MX5 and moved over to this one. Okay, and these are it right here. So if I'm looking to find a certain one, this would be it. I would just go to search and then type in what it is. But I want you guys to see everything that I have made and moved over to this one. And some of these are downloaded from the cloud. I find the cloud is absolutely awesome. It's just amazing. Saves so much time. Okay, and let's see, Prime Wars. We're going to go to set list, and now you're going to see this is the one that I'm on right now, the Worship Clean Rock. We're going to touch on those three little dots, and it'll have a delete or an edit. So let's touch the edit. Now what you're looking at here is everything on that. So basically, let's say I want to put the dumble there. Let's touch that. Bingo, it's added. You can go back and look at all of these. You can add whatever effect you want to your rig, like here. Let's see what we got. There's a lead 800, all of this stuff I pretty much got in there. The lead that I was playing earlier is right there. Grindy bass, River Soldano, all of these pretty much are stuff that I have gotten from the Headrush Cloud or moved over from my other MX5. So when we get done, we're going to save this preset. Okay, so we've got our clean crunch dumble in our set list now. So the first thing that we need to do is, this is really loud. It's louder than the other ones in the set list. See, it's clipping right here. See that yellow right there? So we're going to come over here. I'm going to touch. Go. So once we get that done, you just save real quick and then it's good. And let's see what we got here. Let's turn the volume on this down just a little bit too. There we go. Save. And this is the Clean Crunch Dumble. Let's turn on just a little bit of overdrive here, push it. Not a bad rig. I am going to put that one to use for sure. And then let's go to make a new rig. Let's go over and check out the clone amp that we got. Let's see, load amp clone. Headrush Cloud, and right here is the EVH 5150, the EVH Crunch, Hughes and Kettner. I wanted to do that. I downloaded that and I never did try that out. So let's load that. So I used to have a Hughes and Kettner amp that was pretty awesome. So we have got that amp by itself. And so let's go down here and give it a cab. Let's do cab. No. Let's do cab. Let's do a revolver cab. Let's see. Now these are, let's see, where is the, there it is. The Angel is that is a Engel cab, is what that is. So let's go into the Hughes and Kettner. We got the bass, treble is down just a little bit. Let's turn that up. Give that right around 5. A little bit of gain, and how about we push it? Let's go with an overdrive, and how about we do, you know what, let's do a blues driver. Let's do that. Let's do a crunch. And we got our tone here, level here. Let's raise our gain just a little. Okay. And we're going to need a noise gate. So let's go ahead and go to utility. And let's use a noise filter. Let's do the careful. There we go. That takes care of the noise. And there you go, folks. Simple as that. And that's really all you have to do. Download something from the cloud, and that's it. Let's back up here because I do want to keep that one. Let's do save. Let's call this one a U. And you can go back and rename those at any time. And so, yeah, basically that takes care of that right there. That's all you need to know to download from the cloud any kind of amp clone, pedal clone, any kind of rig, anything like that. When you download it, it will come into your system, and then you browse for it, and then you can load it right into a set list, and that's exactly how you do that. Okay, guys, that's it. That's basically how you download from the cloud on the Headrush Flex Prime. That has got to be the most valuable tool I have inside the studio here. Well, of course, the MX5 was when I had the MX5. Now, the MX5 done a lot of stuff. I could mimic just about anybody if I played with my rig enough and got everything just right. I could mimic just about anybody because you got hundreds of different things on there, you know. So, but they have really stepped up the game with the Headrush. I think you guys know where I stand with the Headrush. If it's something you're looking into, I hope these videos help navigate you through some of the features. Guys, I appreciate you coming by and visiting with me for just a little bit. I appreciate the likes, the comments that I get, especially on my videos. I am not very established in the YouTube community, even though I'm coming up on 100 videos. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys hanging around, and some of you commenting and viewing and all that. It just means the world to me. But as always, I hope that you and yours have the most blessed day ever. And I pray that God be with you all. Until next time, later.